Oh man, I'm trying to show y'all how to start a hot shot business. As you can see, I got this 16-foot-inch trailer. I got it strapped down with these tires on it, these straps on it. I tighten them down and everything. I got some wood, this tiki wood up under here. It's worth $70,000 just for some wood. It's used to make the floors inside of a yacht. So I went picked up the load. They put some boards up under here, and then they took the wood with a forklift and they set it on top of it. And then I strapped it down. And I covered the wood up with this tarp right here, make sure it didn't get wet. And so this load here is like I think 3,400. I'm driving 16 hours. I picked it up in Indianapolis. No. I picked it up in Ohio. And so it's going to Miami, Florida. And so it's paying $3,400. So it was 16 hours away. And I drove all yesterday, all last night. It was raining real bad. A little ice on the ground, but I still drove through it. And I got like 8 more hours to go before I reach my destination. And so I got this 4x4 truck, dually, that I'm using, and I'm finna get back on the road. Show y'all some of my equipment. I use this bar right here. I got some extra tarps in here. I got some extra straps in here. Got some chains. This bar right here is used to tighten these straps right here. So you would stick it in here, hit this lever right here and push it down so it'll lock in, and then start cranking it down like that to strap these down and make them tight. And so it should be tight enough to where they ain't gonna come loose or nothing like that. I check them while I'm riding. You got to make sure this wood don't get wet or nothing, so that's why I got this tarp on it. And I got it because the wind will blow it and it'll come out while you're riding on the highway. So you got to make sure it's secure and everything. But I got some more equipment in my trailer back here. I got some tools and some wrenches and a jack in here and everything. Got a spare tire. And so, if you want to start your own hot shot business, you can go lease you a truck, go lease you a trailer, and just start driving for yourself, because it's good money in it. But we finna hit the road right now. We're in Atlanta, Georgia right now, and we're gonna head to Miami, Florida. We should be there in 8 hours. And so it ain't nothing to it. I really don't like driving. But, I've been driving record trucks, and so I saved my money up and I want to just do something different. Ended up getting me a truck and getting me a trailer, and got on a load board, found me some loads, and I just hit the road. And it's good money in it. I like driving record trucks, but I just wanted to do something different because it was more money into doing this. But the first time I started driving, I went to California and I wound up getting sick. I wound up getting what you call vertigo. And when you're going over the mountains and all them hills, you know, your ears start popping. And so I didn't know you had crystals in your ears. And them crystals, they like go back and forth to certain sides of your ears, your eardrums. And when I got back from California, you know, to Texas, you know, I normally sleep on my left side or whatever, sideways. And I guess them crystals, when my ears was popping down there in California, they shifted to one side of my ear. And I noticed when I got up out the bed, I got real dizzy. And I was like, damn, you know, what's going on? And I started blacking out and everything. And I was like, something ain't right. And so I didn't think nothing of it. I thought, you know, maybe I got food poisoning or something like that. But come to find out, I had what you call vertigo. And
in 500 feet, turn left onto Frank Emerson Parkway.
It really messed me up. And so I was like, you know, I'm gonna try to make this turn. I'm trying to make this turn. Yeah, and so I wound up looking on YouTube and finding out, you know, why I was blacking out like that. I thought I was having some type of health issues, but come to find out, I had what you call vertigo. And I found out I could take some medicine from Walgreens, and I took that, and then they said it was an exercise that you could do to get rid of the vertigo. So I started doing the exercises, turning my head sideways and dropping down on the bed, what they was telling me to do, and it wound up going away. But about 3-4 days later, it happened again. And I was like, man, I'm never going back to California. I'm never driving, doing no hot shots. It ain't worth it, man. It made me feel too bad. But as time went on, you know, I said, well, let me try it again. So here I go. You know, I went to, Detroit, Michigan. Then I went to Indianapolis. Then I went to Ohio and picked up this load here. And like I said, you know, this ain't nothing but wood on the back of here. But this wood is worth $70,000. This is what the rich people use to make their decks on their yachts. This is some expensive wood. You know, I didn't think wood was that expensive, but it is. And you know, I wouldn't pay that much for no wood. I'd get some 2x4s, build that yacht, and be done with it. But people want a certain look, I guess, you know. But shit, if they got the money to spend for it to get shipped to them, you know, I'm all right with it. Like I said, this is a $3,400 load. You got to drive 16 hours to get there from Ohio to Miami, Florida. So I don't know if it's worth it to you, but it's worth it to me, you know, because I drove out yesterday, all night. I drove about 11 hours straight. And so I went to sleep at like a gas station, like a truck stop. And I didn't get no room or nothing like that, you know. I just pulled up at the gas station, went to sleep for about 3-4 hours inside the truck, and woke up, and I got back on the road at 6 o'clock this morning, it was still kind of raining. It was dark. The sun didn't come back out. Well, the sun still ain't came out, but around 7:30 it started getting daylight. And I drove to about 10 o'clock and I pulled over, and now I'm back on the road again. So I'm gonna try to drive another 4-5 hours, and I'm gonna pull over again and take a little rest, and then I'm gonna start back up again and drive, and I'm gonna make it to Florida probably tonight around 7-8 o'clock. And then I'm gonna give me a hotel, give me some rest, and wake up in the morning and deliver this. But I'm gonna try to get close as I can to the place I got to drop it off at. Give me a hotel probably about 5 or 10 minutes away, and enjoy some Florida weather. Hopefully it's not raining or the storm down that way, because it seems like the sky's kind of cloudy and gray, but I see a little rain dropping on the windshield, but I think I'll be all right. But if you want to make some money doing these hot shots, man, you know, if you do this for a whole month or a couple of weeks, you know, the money add up. That way you can pay for the truck you're leasing, you can pay for your trailer, you can pay the insurance up, and then you'll still have money to, you know, take care of your bills and do whatever you need to do, you know. And then while I'm out here driving, you know, I be looking for old classic cars, you know, on Craigslist, or I go to Facebook Market and I be looking for old cars. So if you see something you want, you know, go over there and try to buy it or work out a deal with them to where you can buy it, and then either you can get it shipped back, because it don't really cost that much to get these cars shipped back to Houston. And so, or I just come back down here, fly down here, give me a U-Haul truck and a trailer, and haul it back. I drive it back. You know, you think of driving from Atlanta to Houston, or from Michigan, Detroit, Michigan to Houston. I mean, it seems like it's kind of far to drive that far, but actually it's not. You know, if you drive for about 4 hours, pull over, rest, and then get back on the road driving, make sure you check your tires on the trailer and on your truck, you know, you'll be all right. And so if you see an old classic car, something like that, you know, for cheap, you know, maybe a Monte Carlo or a Grand Prix or a Cadillac or whatever you into, that's cheap, where you can get a good deal, because, you know, a lot of cars be in other states. They be having them on farms and back roads, places like that. You know, them cars just be sitting up in their garages or sitting up in barns and stuff like that, that they ain't much want no more, and they'll give it to you for a little bit of nothing, $300-400 at the most, and bring you back to the city, put a little money into it, and sell it for $4,000-5,000. You know, but you got to just stay looking out for stuff like that, because you can find it. People be selling it all the time. You know, you just got to know where to look. And so while I'm on the road, I be looking all the time for deals and cars and whatever I can buy and bring back and sell. You know, but when I was driving the record trucks, you know, I was making good money. I was getting a check from the company. Then I was making money on the side, towing people cars, and I was getting money from tips. You know, so the money was coming in. You know, I'll go back to driving record trucks in a minute. But this right here, this is good money too. $3,400 in, what, 16 hours? And then when I drop this off, might got another load going from Miami back to Houston. And that'd probably be another $3,400. So you do that in a week, add the money up. So if you want to get into doing hot shots, I don't know how your credit is, but if you got some good credit, you can go get you a truck, go get you a trailer, and watch a couple of videos on how to strap your loads down. And it's nothing to it, because I taught myself. Basically, I looked at a couple of YouTube videos, and I already had the experience anyway from driving record trucks. And so I'm used to kind of driving anyway, because when I was driving record trucks, I used to find cars for sale. I jump in that record truck, I drive all the way to Dallas to go get a car and bring it back using a company truck. On my off day or something like that, I set up a time or a date when I'm coming, and I head out. I'll be in Dallas in like 4 hours. I get the car, and I'm on my way back to Houston. And so that's what you got to do. If you want to make some real money, find something that you like doing. If you like driving, maybe doing hot shots is something that you can do. I just don't feel comfortable with driving an 18-wheeler yet. I know I can do it, but it's just a lot of responsibility behind it as far as drive license and all these rules they got dealing with these 18-wheelers. So I think a dually is better off for me. I ain't got to worry about all that. It's a long trailer on the back, so sometimes it's hard to park. But once you start driving and you find, you just can't pull up in McDonald's drive-thru and get something to eat. You may have to park in Walmart parking lot and walk to McDonald's or something like that, But, you'll get used to it. And, like I said, drive for a couple of hours, pull over, check your tires, check your straps, make sure everything good and tight, and shit, start back driving. Get you some coffee, and shit, make that money. But I'll be uploading some more videos, man, so y'all can learn more about doing these hot shots and see what type of money I'm making. So next time, I'm out.